I am but an innocent lady trying to figure out her colors. And with a great deal of uncertainty, I have come to the conclusion that Spring Copper is my color palette. But I don't know why, because I'm not a warm-toned redhead. I just don't know. The math ain't mathin'. What's up, party people, and welcome back to my channel. We are testing out some more new drugstore and affordable makeup. First off, look at my box. I've been compiling stuff for a video for so long now. The first thing we have is this very popular and viral in the moment e.l.f. Suntouchable Whoa Glow SPF 30 Sun Protection and Makeup Primer. It says it's infused with hydrating aloe, hyaluronic acid, and squalane. It's a lightweight SPF 30 that creates a glowing radiance while priming for long-lasting makeup wear. It's got a slight bit of like a champagne tone to it, like it's not, I don't know, let's just put it on. So all I've got on right now is some hyaluronic acid, and yeah, that's it. It's very thick. It feels like your traditional, like old school kind of sunscreen, you know, the ones that feel really thick and kind of feel heavy on the skin. I'm not saying it feels heavy, that's just how it feels when you're applying it. Like a little bit does not go a very long way. It looks good on the skin, like it's really glowy. It does give a nice, pretty, why am I out of breath right now? All I've done is apply sunscreen. It does give a really pretty glow and radiance and sheen. There's no detectable shimmer or glitter or anything like that, so that's good. Yeah, it's a little thick. It's giving me like gripping primer texture. So moving on to eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow primer, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild Mega Last eyeshadow primer that just came out. I'm actually talking about this in my upcoming new drugstore makeup under $10 video. So I'm not really gonna stick on this too long. I'm just gonna apply it and go from there. It's translucent, it's very smoothing, it sits down on its own, you don't really need to powder it. And it's under $5. Bada boom, bada bang! This is the Pacifica Cocoa Nudes Cocoa Butter Infused Mineral Eyeshadows. Ooh. Okay, so the shades feel very smooth. Ooh, there's not a lot of fallout or anything. Very high quality and high end. Ooh! So as per usual, we're gonna try to use as much as possible, even though it gets really redundant and it's a bit much. Let's go into this shade right there below the white, and we'll put that as our transition shade. It looks really light, so I'm not sure. Oh, it's showing up, okay. I'm gonna go into a smaller brush. I'm gonna take this like cocoa brown shade. P.S. Let me know in the comments below, do you like try on videos like this where I'm walking you through each shade that I'm using on my eyes? Or do you prefer when I fast forward, put some music in the background, and you're just seeing the look come together in like a minute or two? Yeah, comment below. So I'm gonna go into this kind of satiny matte shimmer down here. It's like a mauve-y brown. And let's just put this on my eyelid, I guess. Okay, I'm putting in little to no effort to blend all this out, so we're looking good so far. We're looking good. I want to test that a little bit more, so I'm gonna go into a more condensed top fluffy brush like this. Yes, it's dirty. I give no cares. I'm going into this dark brown right here. It's also like a rosy kind of brown, just a little bit darker. And let's use this on the outer V just for a little added dimensiones. I am digging the way these are going on. Like, I am really pleasantly surprised by this. Okay, so I'm gonna go into a mixture of the white and this nude shade, which again, it looks really light. Like, it looks like it would be a brow bone for me, like for my skin tone, but it turned out to be a really good crease shade, like a transition shade. So I'm just gonna mix those together. We're gonna stamp that shiz on. Ooh, hot dog. Alrighty, so yeah, that's it for the eyeshadow. I am very impressed with this. I think it's definitely worth $18. I will say I don't really like how small the pan sizes are. To me, that just kind of screams cheap, but I will say I didn't really have a hard time picking my fluffier brush into each pan. So I mean, it's small, but it gets the job done. I don't have a new mascara that I wanted to show today, but I do have a mascara primer, so let's test that. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Tinted Lash Primer. So it's the exact same wand as the original Sky High mascara, but this is tinted, so we're used to seeing lash primers that are white. But yeah, I figured let's try this with the Sky High formula and see if it actually makes a difference. So let's do a side by side. I prefer the Cosmic Black Sky High mascara versus the original. So I'm gonna use this on one side and then combine the two on this side. Okay, there's what one coat looks like of the Cosmic Black. So I'm gonna do a second coat. Okay, that's better. So let's read about the Sky High Mascara Primer. It says it lengthens, thickens, and darkens lashes when worn with Sky High Mascara. So apparently it doesn't do anything unless it's worn with the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. So that's interesting. It also says it's a serum-infused base with ceramide and vitamin B5 to condition lashes that feel soft after 4 weeks of daily use. So yeah, it's a serum and a lash primer in one, supposedly. Also, I feel like a tinted black formulated lash primer. Like, isn't that just a normal mascara? I don't know, I think it's kind of gimmicky. There's one coat of the lash primer. So it actually looks like a more volumizing version of the Sky High. Like, it looks a tad bit better. So I'm gonna let the lash primer completely dry before I apply the mascara on top. There are some lash primers that, you know, you can wait till they get like slightly tacky, like wait a minute, and they perform really well. I've tried this before and it seems like it's one of those that you need to wait for it to completely dry to actually see anything different. While we're waiting for this side to dry, I decided to go in with a Q-tip and try to flake off the smearage that I got on the Sky High side. And this is what it has done to my lashes. Look at the separation. It took off all my eyeshadow and then it messed up my lashes. Like, it just made them like piece together. And I've had to really scrub at it. Like, it's not one of those formulas that just flakes off when it dries like most mascaras do. I actually find the Sky High mascara to be extremely long wearing. Okay, I'm having a hard time pulling the wand through and actually getting separation and stuff. Yeah, like I said, I've tried this before and I didn't like it tacky, like just a short amount of time of wait. But I also don't really like it once the mascara primer has dried completely. But that's not bad. I feel like I'm being really picky. Like, oh my God, your lashes look huge, but you're saying you don't like it. Okay, I'm having a hard time building it, but it does look good. See, I would say next time I'd probably wait maybe 2 minutes. Maybe I should just go into the lash primer on this side. Let's just top off the mascara. Let's just see what it does. Okay, that is one layer, okay? One coat of the lash primer on top of 2 coats of Cosmic Black Sky High. In my opinion, this is just a more amplified, volumizing version of Sky High. Like, I would actually say this is actually better as a mascara than the originals. It ain't bad. It's got pros and cons. So before I move on to foundation, I'm intrigued to try this bad boy right here. This is the Pacifica Dream Lit Under Eye Brightener. So some people have been saying that like you can apply this by itself and you don't need concealer. Like, it's so brightening, it cancels your dark circles and stuff, or at least, you know, kind of camouflages them to where you don't need concealer and you can wear it alone without foundation and stuff. So this is $16 at the Ulta. It says it helps to instantly minimize the appearance of puffiness and fine lines while reflecting light for brighter and smoother under eyes. Here's what my dark circles look like. I am a cavage queen. I'm just gonna start off with a little bit first and we'll go from there. So I'm just gonna, let's just dot it out with my finger. Nope. Let's apply some more. Let's just kind of go a little more liberally. It's very thin. It's like a white color when you first lay it down, but then it almost looks like a skin tone kind of color. Like maybe it's like transforming. I don't know. Let's just kind of rub it. Rub it out. Will say it does feel very like tightening and cooling. Ooh, yeah, it feels kind of like a caffeine under eye gel. Maybe that's what works on the puffiness. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep, I don't know if I should keep applying this. I feel like I may be applying too much. I don't know. It seems like a skincare makeup hybrid. Like it feels like it's one of those things that you could kind of go a little overboard with and it's still not gonna look cakey or do anything negative. So I'm just gonna keep applying it right there. Right where I have my dark circles, and let's just see. Ooh, it's very tightening, very tightening. It doesn't look like concealer. It doesn't look like makeup at all. So I think this is pretty much all it's gonna do. So let me kind of move my head around so you can see in different lighting, because I have found that lights can really affect how something, like how dark, I mean, this sounds stupid. Lights can affect how dark something looks. Different angles can affect how dark circles look or how puffiness looks. I want to move around just a little bit so you can see from side to side. So like right here, you can see they do look not puffy. I'm concave. Like I've got kind of deep set eyes. It's a family thing. And on this side, it's less so. Like you can see a little bit right there when I turn like that, but it's definitely more minimized. I don't know if this is something that I would choose to use with foundation and concealer and stuff, just because if I'm using foundation and concealer, then that's doing the work for me. So I see this being something that I would use on days when I don't have any makeup on. I was expecting to do a little bit more than this. So moving on to foundation. So I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to buy this foundation for myself because I don't like the original formula. I was never a big fan of it. I watched everyone rave about it for years and just never got the hype of it. But L'Oreal actually added me to their PR list this year. They sent me reformulated True Match foundation. So this is $13.99 on the Ulta website and they have 47 shades. So it says locks in moisture and provides medium coverage with a natural finish that adapts to any skin color and texture. Formulated with up to 6 pigments. Oh, it says up to 6 pigments. So they're not all being used. Okay. For the most precise match, it's super blendable. It's like you can't tell where your foundation ends and your skin begins. Something I learned recently from lipstick lesbians on TikTok. Apparently up until now, every foundation on the market has been made with 4 pigments: red, red, yellow, black, and white. And L'Oreal's kind of coming out and doing something different where they're adding blue and green. So it kind of makes a more balanced overall tone, I guess. What I do appreciate about the True Match line, what I've always appreciated about them, is that they've had the neutral, the cool, and the warm tones. I don't know why they don't do that with every foundation line that they have. So they sent me 3 different shades, and they actually did a really good job. Like, these are the ones I would pick out if I were to go buy it myself. They sent me W2, W2.5, and N3. There's W2, W2.5, and N3. So I'm still sticking to W2. I think that's my good match. But yeah, there's what the consistency looks like. And just like the original, it's kind of watery. So I will say that first thin layer didn't really do anything for me in terms of coverage back here. But I applied a second thin layer just then. And I did have to pump out another pump because a little bit for me doesn't go a long way with needing full coverage. But that is covering it up pretty well, actually. And it has completely diminished all the redness back there. And you really can't see from side to side, like where I don't have foundation on this side, you can't see where the foundation starts and where it ends. So the blend is pretty seamless. I'm gonna do N3 on the other side just to see if a darker shade that doesn't quite match me can adjust because of the pigments. It's a little bit too dark, but it still blends in. Like, it doesn't look like a line of demarcation. I mean, it does look a tad bit too dark. I mean, it's definitely not my shade. Undertone is pretty nice. I think I could definitely do N2. All right, guys, so I've waited about 10 minutes now, so I want to show you before I go into a second layer what it looks like when it dries. So this is what the finish turns out to be. So this is the perfect, like, natural satin finish. It's not matte, it's not dewy or glowy. It looks just about as skin-like as you can get. So it's very, very natural. So now I want to go in and build it up just a little bit, especially back here where I have all my acne. I do hesitate to do this because I don't want to get cakey or anything, but this is also a test to see if it gets cakey and thick and heavy and makeupy and all that stuff. So starting with W2, I'm going to go through and stipple this back here. Going back to N3 now. With a sponge, it does look like extra flawless and airbrushed. So actually, let's try W2.5 because that actually might be a better match than W2, especially for someone like me that likes to lie about how pale I am. Ooh. I like it with a sponge. So I think next time I'd probably do W2.5 versus W2. Yeah, it looks very, very smooth, very silky and buttery on my skin. Like, it does have a really pretty natural satin-like finish. I'm liking it, guys. This is the Flower Beauty Get Real Concealer. It's $11.99 on the Ulta website, and it says buildable coverage, hydrating, brightening, and smoothing. So I got the shade Ivory, which in person looks very, very fair. Like, this looks like it's gonna be way too light for me. But online, it didn't look that light, so swatches are very deceiving. And word from the wise, for all you ladies that have been doing really bright under eye concealer and, you know, you got dark circles, don't do that. The lightness, like the brightness, will not cover blue and purple tones. So you do have to go closer to your skin tone, if not your skin tone, to actually cover them. So just please keep that in mind. So yeah, this is way, 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 way too light for me. Right now it's looking like it's not covering my dark circles very well. So it's kind of affecting the coverage, which it says medium to buildable coverage. I would call this light. Let's just try to build it up a little bit. Oh my god. Oh, it's not looking like a hydrating serum concealer. Like, it looks very, dare I say, Tarte Shape Tape. I'm sorry, but it kind of looks like Tarte Shape Tape. I hate to judge it too bad because, again, the color could be throwing me off, but it looks dry and kind of cakey and powdery and just bleh. I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like if oh my god. Yeah, I don't think I can really review this because of the color. So moving on, I have this new Physicians Formula Butter Glow Liquid Bronzer. This is $15.49 on their website. And apparently there's only one shade though. So once again, Physicians Formula really drops the ball. Like, what is their deal? I don't see someone with a deeper skin tone being able to wear this. I do apologize. I hate to showcase stuff like this. That's very limited. Let's go into a brush and just apply it the way I normally do. I love liquid and cream bronzers. I think they are the GOAT. Oh my god, look at my under eyes. They're brighter than my teeth. Yeah, very, very pretty color. It's very natural. It does look like I went out and got a tan, and it's blending out really well too. So I think I'm gonna take a little bit. I look like I got a suntan and I had sunglasses on. I'm gonna take whatever's left over on my brush and just dab it, just dab, dab, dab under my eyes and get rid of that monstrosity. But yeah, bronzer, very nice. Hopefully it actually wears well. So from there, we also have the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Liquid Highlighter, which is also $15.49 on the Ulta website. And there's only one shade because who needs multiple shades? So here's what that looks like. So it kind of looks like a bronzy champagne in a way. Like it looks like one of those kind of like, ooh. It kind of puts you in mind of a mix between a liquid highlighter and the e.l.f. Was it Flawless Filter / Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, whatever it's called. Like it has like a skin tone aspect to it, but it's also very glowy. I'm gonna take the side of my sponge and just whatever I swatched in my hand, and let's just apply it that way starting out. Definitely looks like one of those that you could easily wear by itself without foundation. Like I don't think it would be, you know, too shimmery or glittery or anything like that. I got a brush, so let's just if you like very, very natural, very subtle, not in your face, not blinding highlights, I think you would like this. I do think it's a universal enough shade to where a lot of skin tones could wear it. I don't know about super fair. I mean, it's kind of growing on me. So I know these are kind of old news, but I've yet to try them and they're still new to me. So this is the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Blush. So the first one I have is Bermuda. So this is kind of like a reddish, orangish melon kind of color. I do feel like the pans of these, like this is just way too small for a typical blush brush. Like I hate the packaging of these. I think it could be way better, but there's what Bermuda looks like. So let's put it right there. So I think I can make that work. I think that'd be really pretty, especially in the summer. The next shade I have is Maui, which is a really light mauve pink. Let's put it down here. Okay, I can rock with that. Ooh, this one. This one is Belize. And I think this is the one. Ooh, that looks orangey. Looks very orangey. This is the one that I'm really drawn to though. They're sheer. And the next one I got is, oh man, I'm gonna sound really stupid. Isla de Sol, Isla de Sol, I don't know. But it's an orangey color. So yeah, it'd probably be really pretty with a tan or on a deeper skin tone. For it to look as intense as it does, it's pretty sheer. So there's all the shades. Let's go into Bermuda first. Okay, that is definitely more pigment than I thought it would be. Oh dear God. That's why you keep your foundation brush or sponge handy, because you can go over it and fix it when you start going ham. It's pretty. I kind of want to go into the orange one. What is this one called again? Oh God, the one I can't pronounce. Isla de Sol. I kind of want to put this back towards the back of my hairline just to see how intense it is. Okay, again, I need some melanin, I need some color. I do think it'd be a lot prettier on a deeper skin tone. That's pretty. I kind of want to see how much this one shows up, even though it's going to be completely different. It's going to look asymmetrical. I just want to see how sheer this one looks on the skin. So this is the Maui one, and let's just, ooh. Okay, that's not bad. I really didn't expect to like these. I honestly am not the biggest fan of the original putty formula, but this isn't bad. And then for funsies, because I don't know when enough is enough, let's go into Belize, which is that kind of like mid-tone orangey shade. It's not too vibrant like the other one. So yeah, sheer, but definitely buildable. Like you definitely do have a good amount of control. But I will say it's one of those things where like multiple shades look the same on the skin. So I don't think you need more than one of these. Yeah, it's pretty. If it wears well, then I kind of like it. So another Physicians Formula product. This is the new Butter Glow Pressed Powder. This is also $15.49 on the Ulta website. And they have two shades, Translucent Glow, which is what I got, and Natural Glow. Yeah, it's got that really pretty swirl, that baked look to it. So I don't know, what's the best way to apply? Like, is there like a how to use section? It feels very sheer. It doesn't feel super, you know, like pigmented or anything. It's not going to give you coverage, but as you can see, it does have a slight bit of sheen and radiance to it. So I'm going to start off in the T-zone and work my way around up to my under eye area. Okay, I'm going to go into a brush now on this side and just kind of dust it over. I do think that this has potential, especially for people with dry skin, or if you like to maintain glow without, you know, overly mattifying. But man, I applied way too much foundation. Like, we are thick city. So I'll do some more testing on my own, and I'll come back in a future video or in the comment section or description box or something and let you guys know of an update, because it's hard for me to tell what's going on right now. I've got a lot of glow, okay? I've got a lot of glow. Yeah, what are y'all's thoughts about the look that I created today? What are your thoughts on the products I talked about? If you guys enjoy videos like this where I test out new stuff, then you know what to do. Give it a big old thumbs up. Here's a couple more things for you to check out next. Just venture around the channel, make yourself at home. Subscribe if you're not already, and turn the notification on to always see my stuff. And I will see you guys in the next one. Mwah.